Hey folks, this is JK from the Ministry of Otaku. I personally hope you are doing well in this dystopian hellscape called America. This time I'm going to talk about the 2017 adaptation of Death Note, which is also which is a Netflix film, more like a presentation from Netflix. For those who do not know, Netflix Death Note is based on a manga and anime series of the same name, which is a beloved franchise for all anime otaku worldwide, especially in the United States. And now it has been sent a sequel manga chapter that's released recently that is a sequel to the manga. Now, comicbook.com's anime section had the opportunity for a brief interview with two of the writers of the Netflix live-action film, Charlie and Zlas Palmates, which are also the writers of the recently released anime series Blood and Suits, which is definitely not an anime. They revealed this piece to the interviewers. "We are certain that the fans didn't like it. We want them to be happy. We want them to like it. All writers want that. And I think that Jeremy Slayer did a good job, but he had a very specific mandate and we were disappointed by the reception because we wanted to, again, give the fans something that they would like. But we also understand where they were coming from." So they knew that the fans are into the Death Note anime and manga. They know what they expect from the anime and manga, and the writers actually tried to give fans something they will like, but the execution in the actual part is much different than the manga and anime. Even the Japanese live-action version of Death Note is much better than the Netflix version of the film. But the question that is unanswered in this interview, what mandate Jeremy had? What was the mandate? To make the movie based on the manga and anime more accessible? If that was accomplished by making it more mainstream, by being flashy, violent, and graphic, he did a good job as a horror thriller. As a graphic horror thriller. In the original anime and manga, most deaths are constrained to simple heart attacks, off-screen suicides, and accidental deaths. In a live-action movie from Netflix, the deaths are more graphic and violent. An easy comparison can be made in the first scene of the live-action movie, where the woman was being bullied by a bunch of boys. Light written those names of the bullies in the Death Note, and an accident magically occurred with one of the perps getting half his head chopped off by a ladder. No, I'm serious. Half his head got chopped off by a ladder, and his tongue got dropped on the floor, on the ground, while the head was rolling off the sidewalk. Now, there's a similar scene where in the anime where a woman was cornered by a biker gang, and her clothes were being moved, and she was about to be raped. Light, while he was in the convenience store, writes down the names of the perps. The woman eventually escapes the biker, and the biker pursues him with his bike, and he promptly gets whacked by a conveniently placed truck coon. And no, he's not going to be sent to another world. To be personally honest, he's going straight to hell. Now the manga and anime played like a supernatural thriller. The live-action Netflix film was played as a supernatural horror film. To be specific, the Netflix adaptation is an American neo-noir supernatural horror thriller film. The manga and anime is a supernatural psychological thriller mystery manga / anime. What Jeremy did was he done a piss poor job adapting the manga and anime to live action. He got the basic plot line right, but by chasing the basic atmosphere with his writing, by mauling with the Final Destination template, he removed what made the manga and anime so beloved. They removed the psychological aspect and the mystery aspect in exchange of a more Final Destination-like horror theme. And he removed the philosophical questions set in the manga and anime. Those themes and questions Like, is being a god by having an item that gives you godlike powers. What would you do with it? Would you use it for good? Would you use it for evil? Or for other utilitarian motives? Is murder wrong? Is killing wrong? And the basic human interactions and psychological ploys and games humans use to get the upper hand. To be honest, I actually watched the first 30 minutes of the Netflix live action film and the anime that is actually available on Netflix. And the differences were very clear in the atmosphere alone. Basically, the live action film is basically more of a horror film, while the anime and manga is more of a psychological thriller, a psychological or mystery thriller. The differences are so clear that personally, I'd rather have the film called Killer Death Note, or simply Killer. It will make it more honest. It will make the movie more honest in its presentation, and the people behind the film should just say in the opening credits, inspired by the manga Death Note. Now, for those of you who are still interested in watching the live-action film and the anime, both of them are available on Netflix. But I will really highly recommend you watch the anime first before watching the live-action. But personally, if you treat the live-action version as completely separate from Death Note, the anime and manga is much more enjoyable. The manga and anime is obviously much superior to the live-action film. So that's it for the video. If you like this video, give us a subscribe, comment, and that's it. See you on the next one.